Hi everyone, in today's video, I'll break down how to choose arena attunements for all gear across all martial. Alright, let's start with the weapons. First, rule out the two attunements related to guard break. They are too risky to play around and not worth it. Unless you're using fan, then you can consider the one that adds extra chi damage. The next two are both pretty good. One block counter gives you tenacity and stamina recovery when you hit a target, while the other block counter deals extra chi damage. I personally recommend the chi damage one. Next, there are two execution options. One gives you stamina and tenacity, while the other restores vitality. Between the two weapons, at least one must have execution restores vitality. Next, let's take a look at discs. About Nameless, these four attunements are all very useful. Nameless Spear's martial skill has a longer stand, so you can hit the second part of Soaring Spin or go into Lion's Roar. The Nameless Sword's special skill deals additional chi damage. If you pair a Nameless Sword with another weapon, you can take this, but if you run it with Nameless Spear, prioritize the Spear's attunements instead. Third, you can pop Nameless Spear martial skill even while getting hit to stun the enemy. It's pretty busted, basically a second Serene Breeze. I definitely recommend this one. Lastly, Nameless Spear's special skill does extra chi damage to tenacity targets and stuns them as well. This attunement is really good against players who spam super armor. About Humbleblade and the new Moblade, you can take Moblade's martial skill, which makes the opponent take more damage and gives you tenacity. The other options aren't that great. If you're running Humbleblade with another weapon, attack penetration is the best pick. About the Fan Umbrella, pick the Umbrella martial skill that increases stun duration on stun. This allows you to maximize your combo damage. Next, Twin Blades. Pick the Twin Blades martial skill. Each hit boosts the damage of your next execution. The rest aren't really useful. Next up, Strategic Sword and Heaven Quicker Spear. If you're using this combination, pick the Strategic Sword martial skill. It adds 2 extra bleed stacks and briefly stuns the enemy. It pairs very well with Heaven Quicker Spear for combos. If you mainly use Strategic Sword, the special skill that restores stamina is also a solid pick. Next, if you're playing Stonebreaker Spear, take its special skill. That grants super armor when you hit an opponent. If you're using Moblade, choose its martial skill when your opponent is about to attack you. Using the skill will interrupt them and grant you super armor. Okay, next is Pendant. First, let's take a look at Nameless. If Nameless Sword is your main weapon, go for the one that boosts its charged attack. The others are not useful at all. Blade. Here, I still recommend choosing attack penetration. If you really have to pick one, you can take the heavy attack counter option. Or if you're very confident in your reactions, go for the light attack counter option. For Fan Umbrella as well, attack penetration is the best option. Next, Twin Blades. It has 2 good options. First, after activating the Twin Blades R skill, light attacks deal additional chi damage, and if you hit the target more than 3 times, it also reduces the cooldown of your martial skill. The other option, each Twin Blades light attack applies a stack that increases damage taken by the target. I personally recommend this one. Next up, Strategic Sword and Heaven Quicker Spear. There are also 2 good options here. If the spear is your main, go for the spear's charge skill. If the sword is your main, go for the sword's charge skill. Next, pick the Thunder Blade Heavy Charge skill. Its block counter can benefit from this bonus. Alright, now let's check out the head armor. I'd recommend choosing the one that gives tenacity when removing control effects. Next one, chest armor. I'd recommend choosing the one that reduces damage taken by 28% while you are in a hit state. Next one, leg armor. My personal choice is the one that restores chi when dodging. Of course, the one that restores health when dodging is also pretty good. It really comes down to personal preference. Okay, last one, arm armor. My recommendation here is to choose the one that restores chi when pairing. If you're very confident in your mechanics, you can choose the one where chi damage gradually increases with consecutive parries. Thanks for watching.